Yeah, the feeling was even 6 months ago, it looked like he'd be next in line for Bones. Then he vacates. Looks like he's going to heavyweight. Is the feeling the same? The excitement the same going into this fight with Dominick Reyes? And do you feel that people value this any less because it's not Jones?
I'm happy because I've got title shot. The title is the most important. The belt is the most important. Dominick Reyes is also great opponent. He almost beat Jon Jones. Was so close fight. So I'm happy that I fight against Dominick Reyes against for the title. I don't care about Jon Jones right now. He doesn't exist for me anymore. Maybe I'll catch him later. I don't care. I'm thinking only about Dominic right now.
And Dominic didn't sound too happy about the time frame here. He's come out and said he needs more time to prepare. 6 weeks isn't enough for a title fight. Do you have a similar reaction? What's your response to that idea?
But we've got the same time to prepare ourselves. So I don't care. I'm ready. Because I was on my training. So I don't care. For me, 6 weeks it's enough. I'm gonna be ready for sure for 100% for this fight.
Do you read anything into those comments? Like maybe his head's not where it should be for this fight?
Maybe this is his game. To some psychological game for me, but I don't know. We will see on the fight. I'm gonna be ready. I hope so. He will be ready. Also, I don't want any excuse after the fight. That's it. We've got the same time. I've got 6 weeks. He's got 6 weeks. So for me, no, not a problem. I'm happy. I'm excited. I cannot wait to step to the octagon and start, punching him.
Absolutely. And, a fellow Polish fighter, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, says she'll be waiting for you at the airport if you bring the belt back to Poland. What does it mean to you to get that kind of support from a fellow fighter and a former champion?
It's amazing. I know Joanna a long time. She support me every time when I fight. I support her. So it's amazing that she said that she's gonna be waiting for me in the airport. I hope so. I bring the belt to Poland, and not only she gonna be there, but a lot of people from Poland and all over the world gonna waiting for me on the airport. I hope so. That's gonna happen soon.
Last one for me. What does Dominic Reyes bring to the table that makes him a dangerous opponent? What do you need to watch out for?
I think for everything what he got in stand up, he's southpaw, really good kickboxer. So everything his stand up is really dangerous. Good cardio, really strong. If you take him down, he stand up really good. So that's gonna be the most dangerous. His stand up game.
All right. Well, best of luck.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We will take the next set of questions from Ezekiel Berganzi with Super Luchas.
Hey Sean, how are you?
And how are you?
Fine, thank you. So, how was this training camp? It was similar to the one you had in February against Corey Anderson, or it was different? What can you tell us about that?
Was really similar. I just have to find uh, different sparring partners. Because Dominic is really good kickboxer, southpaw. So I just have different tactics for him and different sparring partners. But everything was really similar because I don't want to change anything what works really good.
And you seem very confident about what you bring to the table against Dominic. So, what keys do you think you have in this fight to become the new champion?
I've got. I know it's boring, but I've got the legendary Polish power, and I will bring this to the fight. And he gonna feel it.
And what it feels to have this very important fight in your career with no fans. What do you feel about that?
Uh, that's gonna be weird, but I'm ready for that. But I believe, and I know that the fans gonna be with me, mentally, and they gonna watch the fight in the TV. They support me, all the time. I've got a lot of messages on my social media, so I know that they're gonna be with me, in mentally way. And that's it. And I'm gonna be ready to fight against Dominic without a crowd.
And when Sean, what was your first reaction when you got the news that Jon Jones was giving up the title?
Not surprised, because when he start talking about that he quit, he go to heavyweight, I'm start thinking that maybe he gonna leave the belt and do his things. And I'm just waiting for that because he blocked the division. Now division is free, we can do our fights and everybody is happy. So for me, it's okay.
Thank you very much and good luck on Saturday. Your fight. I'm used to the old day, so thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
We will take the next questions from Jeffrey Harris with 411 Mania.
Can everyone hear me okay? Yeah. Hello.
Very good.
Jan, how are you?
Good. And you?
Very well, thank you. So, Jan, we're just under 6 years from when you first debuted in the UFC. Do you think at all about the journey you've been on over the course of these 6 years and just the determination it takes to get to this level to be able to fight for the title?
Yeah, it was a long journey, good start, then was a little bit trouble, but right now I'm in the best shape ever, back to my old coach. I feel great, so now I think I'm on the, not end of the journey, but end of something really important in my life, in my sport career. And finally, I'm here on the top and just one more step to get the belt. I'm so excited, it's amazing, something when I think when I was kid now can happen. So it's amazing, dream come true.
Do you think it's suspect at all that Jon Jones is leaving the division and moving up in weight when the fights were, I think, starting to get a lot tougher for him? And do you think the matchups were getting tougher for him
I don't know.
On his way out of the division? Even
we will see. I think he I don't know. We will see after his first fight in heavyweight. But I think that he will be in the future. He will be back to 205. But we will see. I don't care. I don't think about Jon Jones right now. I'm thinking about my fight, about Dominick, about my next fight. I don't care what he do right now. He doesn't exist for me.
Now, last question. In your own words, what does it take to be a UFC title contender?
Sorry, one more time. I don't hear you.
In your own words, what does it take to become a UFC title contender?
I will tell you after the fight. I know. I don't know. I cannot wait when I step to octagon and start punching with Dominick, and that's gonna be amazing fight. And after that, I'm gonna be the new UFC champion. It's unbelievable and amazing. I cannot wait to start fighting.
Congrats on the fight, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
We will take our next questions from Augusto Niez-Gay with Somos MMA.
Hi, Jan. How are you?
And how are you?
Fine, thank you. Jan, did this pandemic context affect you in any way to prepare this title fight?
No, nothing. We train normally, even when was lockdown, everything was closed. We've got our secret place to train, so I was in the training all the time. Nothing can stop me, right now. Even pandemic can stop me, so I'm ready. All my team was in the gym. I've got really good sparring partners. Everything was perfect.
Sounds good. Jan, you have 34 fights in your career. That's twice the experience that Reyes has inside the octagon. How do you plan to use that in your favor on the fight?
Yeah, I'm gonna use all my experience, everything what I've got, what I learned in my sports career. I'm gonna use in this fight to get the belt. He cannot stop me. I will beat him. You will see this in the fight. I know he's really dangerous fighter, really good stand-up fighter, but I find a way to beat him.
And what type of fight do you imagine? What do you expect from Dominick?
I think that's gonna be stand-up fighting, really good technical war in stand-up. That's what I expect, and that I believe. I see this in my mind when I do my visualization training that I knock him out in second or third round. This is what I see, what I expect.
Okay, and yeah, after your fight, there's going to be another title bout. So I would like to know, how do you see the matchup between Adesanya and Paulo Costa. Who will be
I
the
think
winner in that one?
It's gonna be, I think, also gonna be great fight to watch, and I think that Adesanya gonna win by decision.
Okay, and my last one. You revealed the secret to Polish power. You said you have to eat potatoes, pork chops, and beets. So I am wondering, what have you been eating these last few days, my friend?
I will tell you later because I don't know what they're gonna give me in Abu Dhabi, but I think so. I find
Okay.
similar food.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ian, and good luck on your fight, man.
Thank you.
We will take our next questions from Danny Segura with MMA Junkie.
Hey, Jan. Quick question. Where did you do this training camp at? You just said that you went back with your old coach.
I came back to my old coach before David Clark fight.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
So that was a long time ago.
Yep.
And yeah, we train this all the time. I train in the same gym right now.
Okay.
Warszawa.
Nice. And this is obviously your first time fighting in this era of the pandemic. Has that affected your training camp at all? How have you done things in the lead up to this fight?
No, my training camp was really good. We train normally, even when everything was locked down. We have secret place to train, and we train normally. All my partners was in the gym right now. Everybody helps me to have a good preparation. So I'm ready. Like I say in the last interview, even pandemic can't stop me right now. I'm gonna be ready for 100% in this fight.
For sure. And Dominick's last fight, a lot of people thought that he defeated Jon Jones. I'm wondering how you scored that fight. Did you think that Reyes won? And if so, do you feel like you're almost facing the champion of the division here?
Yeah, I almost facing the champion of the division, but I scored that Jon Jones won the fight. But it was really close, really small, different between them. So maybe if he gonna do one more punch, two more punch, then he will win the fight. But we score with my coaches and my team that Jon Jones won the fight. But anyway, that was really close fight. So I'm happy that I'm gonna fight against someone like Dominick Reyes.
Yeah.
Also one of the best in the world, number one in the division. So it's gonna be amazing fight.
For sure. And you've been around the sport for a long time. You've fought, a lot of former champions and big names, right? Luke Rockhold, Jacare, you fought Gustafsson. And among all those top names that you fought, where would you rank Reyes? Do you think he's the toughest name that you've faced to this day, or do you think you've faced tougher opposition in the past?
I will tell you after the fight. I don't know. On the paper and everything says me that he gonna be the tougher one, but we will see. I believe that gonna be the tougher one, but I believe that I can beat him. Because right now I'm the best shape ever. I'm ready like never. So yeah, but I will tell you after the fight how he was, how he hit hard, how he punched hard. Because right now I can just imagine that. But I believe that he's gonna be really tough opponent, and I'm ready for that.
Yeah, and then you just told me that you went back to your old coach, starting that Devin Clark fight, and since you've gone on a crazy streak, you've had a lot of success in recent years. And, you're 37 years of age. How much has that impacted you, that switch, and what would you say that it's the difference from this Jan Blachowicz that we've been seeing in the last couple of years compared to the one before?
Well, I think I'm mentally stronger. Right now I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing this. My coach, he know me really well. That's why I'm in the place where I am right now. One of the best in the world, and for the couple of days I'm gonna be the best in the world. So it's amazing. Amazing journey for me.
Yeah. And although Reyes has had a lot of success in the UFC, he's only 12-1. You have a lot more fights than him. How valuable is that extra experience? Like if you could look back on when you were around, when you had 13 professional fights, how much better are you as a fighter, and how much has that extra experience since you've had all those fights has helped you in your career?
I think that it's hard to hard to say, because that was different times when I have 12 fights or 30 fights. It was a little bit different times. We trained different. everything was different. The dietetics, the supplement. Now they've got much better. People know how to train. The knowledge is much better right now than I was in his age and when I have 13 fights, 12 fights. So it's hard, but I've got much more experience than he's got, and I'm gonna use it for sure in the fight. I will.
Yeah. And lastly, the UFC has a matchup between Glover Teixeira and Thiago Santos. A lot of people are pitting that fight as sort of a #1 contender, and the winner there will challenge the champion, the winner of you and Reyes. Do you see it that way? And are you kind of expecting when you win the title that you're going to have to fight the winner there?
No, right now I'm thinking only about my fight and Dominick Reyes. But for me, perfect will be when I won against Dominic, Thiago win against Teixeira, and my first belt defense will be against the rematch against Thiago. That will be something really good for me.
For sure.
And this
All
is
right.
how I see in my dreams.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
We will take our next questions from Jordan Wahlberger with The Horn.
Jon, how are you doing?
All good. How are you?
Doing very well. So, Jon, you fought professionally for 13 years now. You won the light heavyweight KSW championship. What does it mean for you to finally be fighting for a UFC title?
Amazing, amazing feeling. Today is a day when the KSW, they remind me when 13 years ago, I've won 3 fights by one night, and soon I'm gonna fight against Dominick Reyes for the title shot. It's amazing, because I have a long journey, some troubles in the fights, but I never surrender, I never quit, and because I always believe in myself, I always believe in my, in my skills, and that was, good decision to do this, because right now I'm gonna fight against, one of the best in the world for the title, the best organization in the world. So it's amazing feeling. I cannot wait to step to the octagon and start punching with Dominic.
You had a great performance back in February against Corey Anderson, and there was some unsureness of what was going to happen if you were going to get the title shot, if Dominic was going to get a rematch against Jon Jones. What was the process for you for getting this contract and this fight signed? We heard that Dominic, he signed a contract and he wasn't sure if it was going to be Jon or you, but what was the process like for you?
For me, I was waiting for them if the UFC will make a rematch against them. So I'm gonna just watch the fight, waiting for my next opponent, because I knew that after when I beat Corey, I knew that my next fight will be for the title, and I will not accept any different fight.
Okay. And, what do you take away from Dominic's performance, his fight against Jon Jones, his fight, even you could say against Volkan Ozdemir? A lot of people thought he lost that fight. What do you take away from those fights that you can, apply in your game plan this upcoming fight?
Yeah, I've got, we watched this fight with my team, not only this one, but almost everything what he's fighting in UFC. So we know about him everything. We know him, his best side and the weakness, and we're gonna use it. Don't tell you right now what is my game plan. I will tell you after the fight if I did it or not. But I find a way to beat Dominic.
Okay, last question for me. The UFC is making its return to Fight Island. Have you had a chance to talk to anyone who's been there before about kind of what to expect, the quarantining in your room?
I spoke with. I spoke with Marcin Tybura. He's my friend, and he fight over there a couple of weeks ago. So he tell me everything, what to expect over there. And I was in Abu Dhabi before, long time ago, but I was over there, so I know what the weather is over there, and I'm gonna be ready.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to the fight. Thanks a lot, Jan.
Okay, thank you.
We will take our next questions from Pablo Santamaria with Noti MMA Ecuador.
Hi, Jan. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you really well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I hear you. And do you hear me?
Yes. The first thing I want to ask you is if you face any kind of problem in your training camp because of the COVID situation.
No, nothing. Even when everything was locked down, the gym was closed. We have our secret place to train, so I was all the time in training. Right now, also everybody is in the gym. Gym works normally. All my sparring partners, they are in the training. They help me. So my camp was really good. I'm ready. Pandemic
Okay.
cannot stop me right now, you know.
Okay. The next thing I want to ask you is if you, when you start training, you were expecting the call from the UFC to and say you, hey, you will be the next challenger for the title, or you were training without knowing about anything about your opponent.
I train with. I don't know who gonna be my next opponent. I'm 4 or 5 weeks ago. They tell me that's gonna be Dominick Reyes. So I train for thinking about Dominic 5 weeks, something like this.
Okay. Do you see any weakness in Dominick's game?
Yes, of course, but I cannot tell you right now because this is secret. I will tell you after the fight. But he is really strong, good stand up. But I see a couple weakness in his game, and I'm gonna use it.
Okay, and my last question is about the Polish power. Dominic has never been finished. Do you think your Polish power will be enough to knock him
No,
out?
I will try. I will do my best, and yeah, he gonna have to feel it first time, in his life. Uh, Everybody have to feel it. So I'm gonna be the first one who try to knock him out, and I will do this.
Okay, thank you very much, Yang, and good luck on your fight.
Thank you.
We will take the next questions from Alistair Bishop with MMA Republic.
Jan, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. And how are you?
Good, thank you for asking. Jan, I know you've said that the pandemic couldn't stop your training, but you mentioned at the top of the interview you had to bring in new sparring partners, good kickboxers and stuff. How hard was it to have access to those kind of partners at a time like this?
And it wasn't hard, because we've got a lot of good guys in our gym, and it was easy to find, really good kickboxers. Not only kickboxers, but MMA guys who've got, southpaw position with good, stand-up skills, and also with good takedown defense, and they are really similar to Dominick Reyes. So that was easy for me in this camp because I always have 3 or 2 guys in my gym, southpaw, really good kickboxers.
After your last one against Corey Anderson, you were obviously quite focused on Jon Jones. So how hard has it been to shift your mindset to deal with a guy like Jon Jones, not get that fight, and then be facing Dominick Reyes?
I'm this business long time, so I don't care about this. I don't think about Jon Jones. He doesn't exist for me right now. I'm focus about Dominic. I'm thinking only about him, about the fight, about my camp, about my preparation. Jon Jones, it's right now he doesn't exist for me. I don't think about him. I catch him later. That's it.
What do you think it'll mean for the Polish MMA community to have a champion like yourself bring that title back to Poland?
No, everybody says that this is the most important fight in Poland right now, in Polish history. So it's gonna be amazing to bring back to Poland, and celebrate with all Polish fans. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to feel it. They send me a lot of energy. They believe in me. It's amazing, what's happened right now in Poland. What's happened on my social media. How many good messages they send me. They cannot wait to watch the fight. And yeah, that's gonna be amazing night for not only Polish MMA fans, but I think for everybody.
And with that in mind, a guy in your position that's been around MMA for such a long time, what advice would you have for young Polish fighters looking to make their way up to the UFC?
I think that you have to believe in you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your skills. Never to surrender. Never quit. Even when sometimes something's going wrong, you need to fight the way what's go wrong and back stronger. And yeah, believe in yourself is the most important thing, I think.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir, and good luck.
Thank you.
And we will take the last set of questions from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cageside Press.
Hey, Jon. So it's your first UFC title fight. Are the emotions any different for this one compared to any of the other big fights in your career?
This is first UFC title fight, but I was KSW champion long time ago, so I know how it tastes. I cannot wait, to start fighting against Dominick Reyes. I don't want to put more pressure on my head, so I know what I'm gonna fighting for, but I'm gonna we'll celebrate after the fight. Right now, I'm focused on my camp, on Dominick, to be prepared really good. I don't think about belt. The belt, when Dana White put on my give me the belt, then I'm gonna be really happy, and I will start celebrating.
Jon, when you first got to the UFC, it wasn't the best start. You talked about you went back to your old coach in 2017. But what did change? What did you start doing differently in camp? What did you guys start doing? Because this has been a great run. It's almost a 180 from where it started for you.
Yeah, but the start was really good because I won by KO with Ilir Latifi. After Ilir Latifi was bad, because what changed? Nothing was changed. I just back to things what I do before I signed contract with the UFC. When I signed contract with the UFC, I changed gym, changed city. I completely changed my life, and that was the most the worst decision in my life. But anyway, I use it this bad experience, and changing for victory, for success. But I have to come back to my old coach, because when I trained with him before UFC contract, I won almost everything, and again I'm training with him and on the top again, one of the best in the world. So I just back to the roots.
Can I ask, why did you originally leave your coach? Was it just, timing? Was there something going on back then? What happened?
That was a lot of things what happened in our old gym, long story, but anyway, the end of story is really good for me. It's long story, hard to say in a few words,
No problem.
Whole gym was, our old gym just started, doesn't exist anymore, and all my old sparring partners, I go to different city, they go to different city. We leave the city, and now we're back to Warsaw and train together. In short way.
No, I understand.
In short way.
You went from being KSW champion, everything's good. You knock out Ilir Latifi, but I noticed about a lot of those first UFC fights, even for a while, always on the prelims, the undercard. It took a while before you got the bigger fights that were put on television. That must have been a little frustrating. You know how good you are. What kept you focused? Because I'm sure you want to be back in the big fights, just like you were back in Poland.
Yeah, but I always believe that if I'm gonna make a really good fight, the UFC give me the chance to fight on the main card, and they give me the start give me the better fight, and I just believe that I can do this, and it was good idea to sign contract with UFC, because I always dream about that. I always want to fight against the best in the best organization in the world, and that was good decision. I just have to wait for my moment, and now there it is. It's my moment, One more step, and I will be the best in the world.
My final question, I know there's a lot of attention on Dominick Reyes because he just had the big fight with Jon Jones and everyone had an opinion on it. But you win, this would be your breakout party for sure. What should people know about who Jan Blachowicz is as a fighter?
I think everybody will know me after the fight. After this fight, they will. Everybody in the whole world, they gonna know what does it mean, the legendary Polish power. They have to just watch the fight and they will know me.
Thank you, Jan. Good luck.
Thank you.